So when you hear a Democrat, when you hear a wiener from New York, that's his name, okay? Or a Schumer or whatever, okay? They say, oh, well, Medicare is great and so forth. No, it's not. It works. Everybody doesn't know what to touch their welfare. It doesn't work. If you owe $37 trillion on something, it ain't working. And if you want to know why healthcare costs are so high, it's directly attributed to government intervention in the healthcare system beginning in 1965 and then in 1973 with the HMO Act. If you want to track the skyrocketing costs of premiums and private health insurance, you track it back to that legislation and intervention of government. Amen. My uncle tells me that he was an insurance agent back in Orange, Texas. He tells me back in the 50s and 60s he wrote full coverage health insurance policies for an entire family for $7 a month. Right. Anybody here from some of you? I remember some of you old timers. Maybe you can tell me if that's true or not. But that's what he told me. He would sit in his living room and write insurance policies at $7 a month. The 1965 comes along. Next. African Americans and Latinos are very pro-free enterprise and small business. Half, 9 points higher than whites, believe government regulation of business does more harm than good. 37% of blacks, 7 points higher than whites, believe environmental laws and regulations hurt jobs and the economy. Next. As you don't know, nearly 40% of our U.S. military is black and Hispanic. Corporal Smith yesterday I talked about, black. Who was the first person to die for the cause of the American? Where's Angela? See Angela. Where's Angela? Who was the first person to die for the cause of the American Revolution? Who can tell me? Crispus Attucks. Way to go. Black man, freed slave, was the first person to die for this country. All of y'all who don't know that, what you doing in February? Black History Month.
Reading that, right?
Yeah. Get up to speed, man. Come on, let's think February was created for. All right. So they don't agree with Jeremiah Wright. They do not want America damned. They are very patriotic, very pro-military. So that when we talk about elevating the standard of living for our men and women in uniform, we're talking about their men, we're talking about their husbands, their wives, their mothers, their fathers, their children that are serving in the military. If you walk up to somebody who's Latino or African American and tap them on the shoulder and say, do you have a family member or something, that's in the military, more than likely they're going to say yes. When you talk about making sure the VA is fully funded with the best physicians this country can offer, that our wounded warriors and veterans get the best medical care that can be afforded to them, then you're talking about their family members. All of you congressional candidates in here, I have a platform I wish you would adopt. That if any, I want you to listen close to this. If any man or woman who is in the military, who is labeled a disabled American veteran, and is discharged honorably, there should be legislation passed and signed by the president that says, from this time forward, you are exempt from all taxes within this nation. The federal tax, I'm talking federal tax, state tax, county tax, property tax, municipal tax, sales tax, driver's license, fishing license, toll roads. You've paid the price for this country. That's it. Well, that's just me personally. Next. All right. They're very leery of invasion of privacy, so like many of us are. Government shouldn't know how much money is in your bank account. That's none of their business. And I don't have a slide for this, but to let you know that they are very pro-Second Amendment as well. Next. Immigration. You want to get folks fired up in the communities of color? Talk about illegal immigration. They do not believe illegal immigrants should have driver's license. They believe that English should be declared the official language of America.
Yes.
Yes. 54% of blacks say that illegal immigrants should not receive social services. 1 full third, 36% of blacks, favor amending the Constitution, redefining citizenship of those born within the United States.
Amen.
They want to deal with the anchor baby problem. I don't know what it is here in Kansas City. Down in Houston, 80% of the babies born in our public hospitals, 80% are to illegal immigrants.
Wow.
72? 72% in your public hospitals? Yep. See, that's a plunder.
Wow.
That's a plundering of your tax. That's an invasion. Okay? And they want they want to amend the 14th Amendment that was written for our benefit. And wait a minute, all those anchor babies got to go. Next. The reason gay marriage, quotation marks, is illegal in California right now is because of the vote of African Americans. 70% voted in favor of Proposition 8. 72% in Florida. Whenever there's a ballot initiative, African Americans get out and they vote against same-sex marriage. The reason George Bush, the younger, got a second term was because there was a ballot initiative in Ohio. Black Protestant conservatives went to the polls, voted against same-sex marriage in Ohio. While they were in the voting booth, they voted for George Bush. He won Ohio, got 15% of the black vote, and by winning Ohio, he won the election. Black voters put George Bush back into office the second term, whether you're good or bad. Of any other demographic, almost 20% of black Protestants, right here, 19%, feel that abortion should be never permitted under any circumstance, life of the mother, incest, rape, doesn't matter. No abortion under any circumstances. That's more than white evangelicals, Catholics, and some of you folks in here. Under no circumstance, no abortion. And where is the largest abortion clinic in the world being built right now?
In your place.
Houston, Texas. I-45. They got the glass up now. Now, on MLK Jr.'s holiday, they're having a big march down there against that abortion clinic. 78,000 square feet. Late-term abortions will be done there. 20 black children are killed, murdered in the womb every day in Houston. 7,000 per year. I don't know what the rates are here in Kansas City. 1,800 per day nationally. 50% of all black conception end in abortion. 17 million since Roe v. Wade. It's a genocide. And that was Margaret Sanger's intention, now wasn't it?
Yeah.
But when you give them the information about that, they are just as reviled as you are. But you have to educate them and inform them that their elected officials, the Sheila Jackson Lees, the Al Greens, the James Clyburns, the Charlie Rangels, unfortunately the John Lewises, the Reverend Emmanuel Cleaver, are the biggest supporters of Planned Parenthood. They are endorsed by Planned Parenthood and they receive contributions from Planned Parenthood. There's blood on their hands of the very people, the children that's supposed to be protected. They are the facilitators of their killing, their murder.
Yes, right.
Yes.
That is right.
It's up to us to inform that community. The people you're voting for are killing your children. They got the same skin color that you do, but they're killing your children. They're murderers. And you can talk about Stalin and Pol Pot and Mao Zedong and Adolf Hitler, but the biggest genocide right here in this country